Blog Talk Radio.
All right, it's another week of Will Take on Sports. I am the host, Will Walker. I am going by simply the self-proclaimed greatest sports guru ever. Again, I want to thank you guys so much for taking the time to listen to Will Take on Sports. Again, follow me on Twitter and Instagram at WWS_sports show. Listen, on any social media platform, please leave us a comment in the section below, be it Facebook, be it Instagram, be it Twitter. Or you can just simply email the show at willwalkershow@yahoo.com. All right, I want to get into this real fast. I want to say something. Late last night, the Portland Trailblazers went on to they went up 3-1 over the OKC Thunder, and now everybody is just jumping all over Russell Westbrook. Let me get this out of the way. Let me go ahead and tell you this real quick. I really don't care much about Russ as a player. I understand KD left him. KD said I guess KD in KD's mind, he couldn't win a championship Russell Westbrook. I happen to agree with him because I don't think Russell Westbrook is a true point guard. Having said all that, though, he is one of the more athletic point guards in the NBA today, or ever to play in the NBA, in my opinion. But see, I don't want to talk about Russell Westbrook's game. I don't want to talk about him coming up short and the backcourt of Portland getting the better of him right now. I want to simply talk about this. Everybody's dumping on how he's handling these post-game interviews. There's a particular reporter that's in OKC that he doesn't want to talk to, apparently. He doesn't like this guy. Maybe this guy wrote something negative about him, or maybe he just comes off the wrong way. I'm a big proponent of they need to stop interviewing these guys after they come off the court after a tough loss because they're emotional. We got to realize that's their job. That's their livelihood. They get paid for it, and they get paid real well to do their job. And it's just like when Cam Newton lost the Super Bowl. Everybody dumped on that doggone interview he had. He just lost the Super Bowl, the pinnacle game in his career. He lost it. He didn't feel like talking, and everybody dumped all over. Now everybody's all over Westbrook because he doesn't want to answer a particular reporter question. This is what I'm gonna say. The only relationship you have to speak to someone is if you're married, living with somebody, living with her, or you're in a relationship with her. That's the only situation where you really have to speak to somebody if you don't want to. Because if you don't, I promise you, your life will not be peaceful. And if you want to, you better keep the peace to get a peace. It's just that simple. I'm just trying to told you right there. But I'm going to get my brother's opinion on this. Mr. Zach Flournoy, Mr. Mike Walker, see what they have to say about this dumping on Westbrook's post-game conferences. What's up, fellas? How y'all doing? And happy Easter Monday.
Yes. Yep. You know how I feel about it. I think they shouldn't have to talk. And the reason I say they shouldn't have to talk is if a referee goes out and make a bad call or something, they don't have to talk. They let them run it high. So why not let the players? If the players don't want to talk, why shouldn't they make them? Because he mess around and get up and say the wrong thing, then they're going to fine him $25,000 and stuff.
All right, Zach, what you think?
Well, let me put it this way. Interviewing is part of the game, right? I don't think they should talk right away. Give them a little 15, 20-minute cooling off, but that's part of the game. To discuss, that's part of when you sign that contract for, understand, you have agreed that you will interview. That's what I was told, at least. I don't know how true it is. So if that's part of your job to interview with the media, you have to come on, man. That's part of it. I'm sorry. Now, if you don't want to interview and you don't want to be part of the NBA, don't sign the contract. Don't ask to get drafted. Go play another sport or do something else.
Okay, well, can I just simply just say he is answering the questions. He's just not answering the question to the specific question. He's saying next question. Right. I don't see nothing wrong with it. I don't see not a thing wrong with that.
Again, if you don't want to do the job, you don't want the millions of dollars, don't sign that contract.
When if I say next question, I'm talking to you.
Come on, man. You being facetious. Now you're being facetious. You're not talking. That's not answering the question.
Okay, let me ask you this.
I did say it should be a cooling off period. Give him some time. Don't get right away. Give him some time.
It's always a cooling off period. I get you, and they do have some kind of, I guess, written or unwritten rule. But let me ask you this: if a reporter says something negative, negative about you as an individual, not your game, but about something negative about you as an individual. Now you can't punch him in the face, or you can't confront him, but you can choose not to talk to him. I don't see what the problem is with that. In my opinion, if you write something negative about me and it has nothing to do with my game, it's all about something off the field, off the court, or off the diamond, or out the boxing ring, or out the cage. Why should I waste my time talking to you? Because I feel like I don't need to talk to you. What's wrong with that, then?
You shouldn't. You shouldn't. But guess what? You're now a public figure. Unfortunately, when you become a public figure, you know how it is. Your life is an open book now. There's truly no more true privacy. Your life is an open book. So, unfortunately, the stuff you and I can get away with, he can't. That's just the way it is, Will. That's just the way it is. Okay.
See, but it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be that way. My personal life and my job has nothing to do with what's going on. So you start digging in my personal life and saying something about me personally, then I'm gonna take it personal. Then I'm gonna tell you some personal stuff.
I'm with you on that.
You do know once you make stuff public, once you become a public figure, you and I both know it shouldn't be, but that's the way it is.
And we're gonna wrap this up, but let me say this: that sentiment right there is kind of what the problem I have with being, a guy like Russell Westbrook. It's obvious Westbrook beats to the. He marches to the beat of a different drummer than everybody else. He's a sully cat. He probably is a cat that's more introverted, cares about playing basketball. He don't want to do all that extracurricular stuff. That's probably why he wanted to stay at OKC and not go to an opportunity to go to a bigger market. So I respect him as a man for his stance. I mean, we can disagree about it. We can agree to disagree. But I respect his stance because I'm like that. If I don't want to talk to you, I don't have to talk to you. You know what I'm saying? That's the way I look. That's the way I look at it. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people they want to play the game. They want you to be fake and all that type of stuff. Like I just had an instance where Mike was sharing. He was like, "How you lose your job?" I was like, "They told me I had to talk to that cat, and I didn't want to because I told him I wanted to punch him in the face." Now, did I do it? Or was I really going to act on it? Heck no. I said I wanted to punch him in the face. But they took that as a threat or whatever. But you know how white folk are. Anytime they hear black folks thinking about they about to be violent, they think we can ready to blow up something. And they usually want to do the mass bombing type of stuff or the mass shooting type of stuff. So anyway, let's move off of that. We're going to stick strictly with sports.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right, this is NFL draft. Hey, this is the NFL draft week, guys. Right now, as we all know, the Cardinals are sitting on the number one pick. It looks as if it's going to be Kyler Murray. I want to ask you guys: does any GM be stupid enough to give the Arizona Cardinals a number one for Josh Rosen? I'm gonna start with you, Zach. Would there be any GM?
I hope not. I was just reading about that. I hope not. The most I would give him is a third. And the reason for that, I know you got to get rid of him. So you're right. I would pray not. But, you never know. But I would hope not. No one is that dumb. I might give a second and a fourth. I will say that. I would give a second. Only because you spent the first. But I'm not giving you a first when I know you have to get rid of him. There's no way you can keep him. There's no way. That's my take on that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, it's hard to give a man what they want when you know that's what they gotta have. Well, that's what they really, 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 really want. If the ball is in these other GM's hands right now. But the Giants need a quarterback.
Speaking of the Giants, speaking of Giants, Dave Gettleman, their GM, says he doesn't, like we discussed this, he says he will not draft for need. He will draft for best available player. So
right.
why is it, what do you think about that in the supposing reports that they may try to get Josh Rosen? But again, I say it's dumb. I would not give up. I'm with Zach. I wouldn't give up a number 1 pick for a guy you took number 3 overall last year. I would make them eat that. I'd be like, look, hold on to him until you got to get rid of him. You got to move him. You got to move him. So why would I trade for him? Heck no, I'll wait till you put him out there for free. Well, Mike, what you think about that possibility and Dave Gettleman saying he's not drafting for need, he's drafting for want?
What place the Giants got?
Okay, that would be
13,
an easy
right?
look up real quick.
13,
I think they're higher than that.
No, because the reason I'm asking.
No, you're right. You're right. I'm thinking about the Dolphins.
The reason I'm asking is that question is if they're got number 2 or 3, and you go best man on the board with Bosa, the defensive guy from Michigan, and one of the boys, the big boy from Clemson and Alabama. So defensive tackle. So if you said the best on the best player on the board. So that's why that's the reason I'm asking.
Oh, okay, but what do you think about that? I'm talking about Josh Rosen possibly going to the Giants, and the Giants may have to give up a possibility of number 1 pick. I think that's what Arizona's asking for is a number 1 pick for him. What do you think about that?
I don't think they're gonna get him number 1. Unless it's a team that's got someone like the Raiders that got several picks. No, I don't think nobody's gonna give them a number 1.
Let me tell you. You know what I feel? I feel both Arizona and the Giants have idiot management. Okay, because the Giants for getting rid of Odell and for getting rid of one of the best safeties in the world, letting him go, and then he said that the culture is better. Da 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 da. You full of crap. Okay. You are full of crap. Because we understand Odell is not a bad teammate. So he's full of it. And then Arizona, you draft a quarterback number 1. You brought in a new coach, but you get rid of the new coach in 1 year. What can a coach do in 1 year without really truly in 1 year? Come on, man. So really, what was the point of bringing him in? You could have kept the old dude that you had prior to. So I think both management are idiots. Both of them. So maybe they deserve each other. So maybe the Giants should go ahead and give Arizona the number 1 because they're both stupid to me.
Don't forget the Miami Dolphins and Chris Greer.
I mean, the Dolphins dumb as hell too. But we're discussing these 2 right now, Giants and
You got that right. But okay, does Kyler Murray go number 1 or do the Cardinals go in another direction? And what should the Dolphins do at 13, Zach? Since you're a Miami Dolphins fan, what should the Dolphins do at 13?
I don't. Well, to me, there is no true franchise quarterbacks available, so you got to go best player. That's it. Go best player, the best player available. Do you see another franchise? I don't even think, to me, Kyler Murray, because I guess I'm judging him by his height. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm judging him by his height, and I shouldn't do that. But I'm a little bit old school, and I'm judging him by his height. But I don't, in this draft right here, I don't see a true number 1 or franchise quarterback. I just don't see it.
Mike Walker.
Hey, let's go.
Who's going to pick this?
I just want to know. Zach says he doesn't think. Zach doesn't think that Kyler Murray is the number 1 overall pick. What is your take?
Oh, I think he is.
I mean, he is, but I don't think he'll a franchise quarterback.
Why not?
I hope he proves me wrong.
I mean, why not?
Well,
the question is why not?
Well, I'm with Bill Belichick. I need a quarterback that started more than 1 year in college. That's number 1. Number 2 is height. Okay, I need you to line up under center, not always in the shotgun. Okay, those factors. But again, I hope he proves me wrong.
You say that about being in the shotgun. Now, Bill Belichick said that. Now, I believe they'll be up there. Brady 90% of the time he in the shotgun.
Who, Brady?
Yes.
No, I've seen Brady on the center, son.
No.
You
seen 10% of the time. only time you're gonna see not 9 times out of 10 when you only time you're gonna see Brady if it's like a 3rd and 1. But other than that, they normally have him in the shotgun.
Okay, I can't remember. I can't dispute it because my mind not really watching Patriots game. So okay, I'll take your word on it.
Well, I kind of agree with Mike. Brady ain't always under center, but I'm a little iffy on Kyler Murray. But Cliff Kingsbury's been stalking him and been loving him since he's been in high school. It's kind of creepy in a way. But anyway,
so true.
We're gonna find out. I mean, I think he's gonna be the number one overall pick. It is what it is. How they handle that situation.
Right.
All right, let's get into the NBA playoffs. We got 2 possible sweeps to join Boston, or 2 possible teams to join Boston. They could possibly finish off sweeping their series today. That's Milwaukee and Houston. I thought that Utah-Houston series would be a little bit closer, but Houston's peaking at the right time, just like the Boston Celtics. God, that sucks to say. But anyway, and the Milwaukee Bucks. So we got 2 more possible sweeps today. And, Mike, you're going to get the potential next round matchup between the Milwaukee Bucks and the Boston Celtics. Everybody thinks that's going to be more lopsided towards Milwaukee. I disagree. I think the Boston Celtics do have a puncher's chance. I don't think they'll beat them, but I think it'll go 7. That's just my opinion for the next round. But we got to get there. All right, so far in the NBA playoffs, though, Zach, what has been the storyline for you that's been most interesting as far as the NBA playoffs?
Most interesting? Embiid being a dumbass to me. I'm sorry. He play basketball and shut the hell up. I was Dudley. I was Dudley, but went on here and put 2-piece them personally. Okay, Embiid. I think he has the talent, but he's an ass. That's me. All right, and forget everybody was worried about Golden State losing because that ain't happening. They thought it was possible they won again, but Embiid. To me, Embiid needs to grow up, man. I wanted to tell Dudley to go ahead. Don't push him. 2-piece him. If you're going to get a fine, do it right.
None of them guys had any intentions of fighting. None of them guys had no intentions of fighting. We know that. They had none. Mike, what you think of besides I know you're going to ride with your Celtics, and you gave us that interesting take last week that they going all the way. Mm-hmm.
I'm feeling my Celtics right now. We're playing. We cut down on the turnover, and we need to go ahead and get Smart back so we can have our full rotation and everything. Then I think Marcus Smart not being there is what's helping you because guys are not worried about coming out the game.
Exactly. And, well, I will say this, Mike. I got to give Kyrie one thing. He said, basically what he said, to hell with the regular season. Come playoffs, we'll get it right. And so far, he's been correct.
Gordon Hayward is starting to play good basketball. Morris is playing good basketball. I mean, I bench scored a bunch about what? Did they say 40 points?
49. That's good. 49 points. 49 points.
So
I mean, I get what you're saying, and your team, the Celtics, they look good. They've done what they need to do. They got rid of a team that's inferior. Plus, they have Victor Oladipo is not playing. So hey, they should have swept the Pacers. It's going to be interesting to see what happens between them and Milwaukee. How they answer Antetokounmpo and shut him down. I would back up about 15, at least 5 feet away from him, make him shoot nothing but jumpers. But it's going to be interesting. And how is he going to handle Jason Tatum? Because Jason Tatum is a 6'8" dude. Now, he ain't little. He's a 6'8" dude. Right. He has just as much athletic ability as Giannis, the Greek freak. So we will find out. I think that would be whoever wins that matchup.
Hey, I'm using the old when we played Michael Jordan back in the day. Let Giannis score. Let him go.
And shut everybody else down.
Yes. Because it's playoff basketball. It's playoff basketball. He still got to prove that he can play in a playoff like that in pressure situations.
Correct.
We'll see how we'll definitely see how that works. That'll be interesting in that next round matchup. But it's going to be some potential very good matchups, and probably the matchup that's going to decide the NBA title. Houston going up against Golden State. This is a rematch from the 7-game series last year. The biggest thing this year is that Houston doesn't have Trevor Ariza. They don't have a guy that can aggravate Kevin Durant. And the Golden State Warriors have proven, I know a lot of y'all thought that the Clippers was going to make Golden State look vulnerable. I'm going to go ahead and told you. The NBA set that up for y'all. They pulled y'all in hook, line, and sinker. They lost that game, and everybody said, oh, God, here come the Warriors. And the Warriors said, okay, we're not listening to the NBA. The NBA said we've been unleashed. We can go ahead and play. And they dispatched the Clippers. It's just what they get ready to. So there's nothing wrong with the Warriors. It's still their title to lose. It's just that simple. It's nothing else to say about it. It's the Warriors' title to lose. For the last 5 years. But Zach, let me get into something. Let me ask you a question about this. Mike brought this up last night in regards to the greatest college football player. Someone that one of Mike's coworkers said that Tim Tebow is one of the greatest college football players in the history of college football. So I had an interesting take about it. Mike had an interesting take. We didn't get your take. So let me ask you, where do you think Tim Tebow stands, or do you have another person that you would say is the greatest football player? College football player.
Greatest college football player?
College football, strictly college football.
Strictly college football, the greatest college football player. Ooh,
yes, sir.
Man, come on, that's okay. Let me ask you a question. What are your standards are you using? Strictly championships or stats?
And
or, stuff like that.
Okay, let's say that's it.
Because
if
you're going with strictly championships.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, longevity is just college football is 4 years, so you can't,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know. I can't pinpoint because can I go way back to Bo Jacksons, to Herschel Walkers, stuff like that? I'm older. Okay, I have a longer. See,
that's what I'm saying.
Prime time. You can't say. That's why I say, what do you use as a measuring stick? That's the thing. What are you using as a measuring stick? I apologize for making it so a little bit harder.
You use your measuring stick. You use your measuring stick. Yeah.
Because he came at me and said that Tim Tebow is the best college football player ever. So right off the rip where I went.
But you went prime time.
Yes.
You went prime time.
Yes.
Okay. And see, I'm going. Oh man, I guess so many. I want to say maybe Bo Jackson.
You see, that's what I'm saying. Then I said, and I asked him a question. Do you think he was better than Charlie Ward? And I catch grief with my people here in Tallahassee when I say that I think Charlie was better than Jameis.
Better than who?
I think Charlie.
I think so too.
Charlie
but
Ward.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
But I catch a lot of grief when I say that I think Charlie. Because I put a top 5 together at Florida State, and I said it was Deion, Charlie, Marvin Jones, Derrick Brooks, and I had to say Peter Ward. And a lot of my friends, oh man, you gonna leave Dalvin Cook off this list and Jameis Winston. I mean,
but we talk about Florida State strictly. We talk about the best college football, and I have to say I got to go Bo Jackson. I can't say Tim Tebow, but if he want to say strictly championships, then hey, all right. If it's gonna be strictly championships, we'll go with Tim Tebow. If that's what he's using for his measuring stick, I don't know what he's using for his measuring stick.
The first thing you got to remember, the first national championship Tebow got. Chris Lee there?
No. Now, Chris Lee, I think that was Chris Lee championship. I'm sorry. I said I can't give it to him. You're right.
But he got all the credit for it.
Right.
Then that second one, he got all the credit for.
I want to hear why Will say. I want to hear why Will said he is the greatest. I want to know why. What did he use?
I used his longevity. The 4 years. The 4 years he was in school. The kid was, he wasn't the best athlete. He wasn't the best passer. God knows he wasn't. But that kid was a great leader. We got to give it to him. Now, I'm with you with the Bo Jackson thing, but Bo Jackson didn't win. I'm Tony Dorsett did
But you didn't say that. You didn't say who won. You said the best player. You said, so if you would say the best leader, okay, but you said the best player.
But I'm saying, but that's what I'm using as my criteria of who would be the best college football player. Is his leadership? Is his longevity? Did he win a Heisman Trophy? Did he win a national title? Mike brought up Peyton Manning. I say Peyton Manning won neither a national title nor did he win the Heisman Trophy. So. True. But he, of course, Peyton Manning's one of the best football players, college football players ever. I mean, he's one of the best pros. I got some guys down there in Miami that I brought up. I did a Miami top 5. One of my criteria was when I brought up my Miami top 5, I said, well, I'm gonna go with Jerome Brown because he was the most dominant. I got to go with Michael Irvin because he basically got Steve Walsh drafted. That's just point blank, period. And then I got to go with that boy Ed Reed because Ed Reed improved tremendously between year 1 to his final year. He became a very solid player, and that propelled him into the NFL. Then number 4 has got to be Warren Sapp. Warren Sapp was the second best thing I've seen in that defensive tackle spot behind Jerome Brown at the U. And then number 5 is a tie. It's between Sean Taylor and Ray Lewis. I can't separate those two guys, but they both played for the national title. Sean won his national title as a backup. Ray played the national title game and lost. They gave Nebraska their first national title when they upset Miami in the Orange Bowl before they went on and just throttled Florida the next year. But anyway, that's why I say Tim Tebow in my opinion. But I'm with you on Bo Jackson. I'm with you with Herschel Walker. I'm with you. I mentioned Tony Dorsett. I mentioned Jay Barker at Alabama. Greg McElroy Greg McElroy. The quarterback, I might be wrong, but that kid on those Alabama teams. So it's kind of hard. Charlie Ward, without a doubt, is the greatest college football player I ever seen play in person because I never seen anybody do what he did on a football field until Michael Vick came along. You know what I'm saying? Until Michael Vick came along, that was the closest thing I've seen to Charlie Ward. And what's really ironic, Kyler Murray is Charlie Ward. It's just, 30 years later. You know what I'm saying? If the NFL was as wide open as it is now, Charlie Ward probably could have been an NFL caliber quarterback. You know, could have been very well possible.
Right.
But that's just that. That's a hard thing to decide who's the best because it's just based upon somebody's opinion. It's not nothing that can be proven on the field. You know what I'm saying? That's just like they stupid national championship games that they come up with now. That game, you know, they vote on the best 4. It's not determined on the field. When they got the measuring stick to do it on the field, just reward the 5 conference champions and make 3 at-large bids. People will be less upset with 3 at-large bids than they would be with who the 5 conference champions are, and that's what the dumb guzzleheads at the NCAA can't figure out. But they can put NCAA Final Four and national title game in a football stadium, but they don't have a national title for football. For the big time college football.
Correct.
Does that make sense? I'm seriously, does that make sense?
Nope.
So it's an interesting argument. I mean, it is what it is. It's I don't know. Hey, I don't know if either one of you guys got to see Amir Khan get absolutely dropped or get beat up, but he quit because Terrence Crawford punched him low, and he basically just quit. But he did get a low blow, and then his corner said he couldn't continue no more because he couldn't function because he got a low blow. So, Zach, although Terrence Crawford was kicking his butt before that happened, do you think that should taint the victory between Terrence Crawford and Amir Khan?
Hell no. No, of course not. So I understand he was getting money whopped anyway. Now he needed an excuse, and that's the excuse he's gonna give. So the only thing is to make it fair. Go ahead and set up the rematch.
Zach. When he got hit low, did he go to the floor?
He did take a break. He did take a break, but he kept fighting. He did take a break, but he kept fighting.
I tried to block a field goal one time, and that ball hit me in the foot. And it can take the air out your lungs for. It can take the air out your lungs for a while.
Well, hey, they still gave Terrence Crawford a technical knockout, but I kind of like looked at it as, dang, man, that's gonna put a taint on his victory. But let's see if we can get Terrence Crawford and Mir Khan probably be one of the better matchups if we can ever get it. And Errol Spence. Crawford and Errol Spence, that would be a good fight. I don't know if you guys are big time boxing people, but I wish that would happen. I wish that fight would happen.
Okay.
But we'll see. We'll see. All right, guys, anything y'all want to close the show with?
Well, for me, real quick, the hockey player, the black hockey player that was suspended for giving the middle finger to the crowd when they was yelling nigga at him, that's bogus. You called me a nigga. To me, he did all right by just throwing up the middle finger. I would have went into the stands, but there you go. That's bogus. And he was fined and suspended. That I disagree with.
Mike Walker?
Well, you know what I'm gonna say. Go C's. Keep winning. Keep doing your thing, baby. That's all I can say right now.
All right.
All right.
There you go.
That's this week. That's this show. Listen, again, follow us on Instagram and Twitter at WWS_sports show, and also leave a comment in the comment section, be it on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter, or any other social media platform, or you can just simply go to blogtalkradio.com/WTOS. But you can also email the show at willwalkershow@yahoo.com. Listen, say a prayer for somebody, especially for your boy. Especially for your boy. Yeah.
Amen.
But say a prayer. And you pray. That's right. You pray for me, I pray for you. Say a prayer for somebody, because prayer changes things. I'll holler.
Peace.